I'm trying to. I'm saying.
Jordan rule.
Yeah, he made the Jordan rule. Yeah. Like, don't let him do what Jordan does. Easier said than done. But he took what was a very North American thing and made it the most popular sports event in the world. Single-handedly, almost. Yes, Bird. Yes, Magic. Yes, Charles Barkley. Yes, Karl Malone. Yes, they were there. But they weren't Michael Jordan. And did any of them have their own signature shoe? No, they did not. Not the same way Jordan has his line of shoes. And Michael Jordan didn't even want Nike to be his sponsor. He wanted Puma. Could you imagine how different things would be?
No, he wanted Adidas.
Was it Adidas?
He wanted Adidas.
All right.
Yeah, but they were a mess. Yeah, I bet you Air Jordan sales, especially the ones, skyrocketed after the documentary, because I was looking at them again like, maybe I should cop a pair of Jordans.
No, I mean, if you see, he wore them in his last game at Madison Square Garden, and they tore his feet apart, so maybe you shouldn't.
Yeah, when he wore them again in his last game at MSG, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But Nike was a no-name company, too, which is, like, wild to think about, because for us growing up, it's always been, like, a huge name.
Right.
And, you know, when before Jordan, they were, you know,
they were a track shoe
shoes that were, like, for runners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he said, and it's funny, like,
they didn't even have a basketball line. Now look at them.
Right. Like, his mom said, you're going to go meet with them because it's the polite thing to do. And he was like, I don't want to go to Oregon. So, yeah, it's crazy to think about what it would be like in the basketball shoe world if Michael Jordan did not sign with Nike. Which brings me to my next question, and the question I really want to end this on. What is Michael Jordan's legacy outside of basketball? Is it the shoes? Is it the gambling? Is it the marketability of his commercials, the McDonald's, the Gatorade with Mia Hamm? Is it be like Mike? Like what? It's obviously his shoes, right? The Jordans have to be his legacy outside of the game of basketball. Is it Space Jam?
Yeah, because that stuff bled into other sports too. I remember, like, when Derek Jeter retired, that was all sponsored by Air Jordan and whatnot. So
I remember.
Yeah,
I remember late '90s. The whole, maybe it wasn't late '90s. Maybe it was later mid '90s. Jordan and Mia Hamm, the anything you can do, I can do better Gatorade commercial. I loved that. It was fun. That's when I think of Michael Jordan outside of basketball. I'm not a sneakerhead. I don't think of shoes. I think of his commercials and his marketability, and how the fact of just having Michael Jordan in your commercial bumps everything. He has a milk mustache. Milk fucking skyrockets. All right? That's what I think of when I think of Michael Jordan's legacy outside of basketball. Is his marketability, his presence.
Was McDonald's the hamburger commercial where he did
the shootout with Bird?
Was that the big occasion? Yeah, I'd have to look at it again. I think it was either maybe Kobe Bryant did the Big and Tasty commercial.
I don't remember the Big and Tasty. I remember he had a game of horse with Larry Bird, and the winner won his McDonald's.
Oh, yeah, I think I remember that. The YouTube had it.
Yeah. Dan O'Shea, what last comment on Michael Jordan before we finish up. What do you think is his biggest legacy outside of basketball? Dan O'Shea, are you there?
I'm here. I'm just trying to think of an answer to that.
Okay.
It's difficult to say.
When I say Michael Jordan, what comes to mind?
And you can't say NASCAR.
why would you ever say NASCAR?
Space Jam.
Space Jam. All right. Yeah, Space Jam was huge. Space Jam was huge. And Michael Jordan was obviously the star. Because no one talks about how Muggsy Bogues or Keith Van Horn or Charles Barkley were in it. It was Michael Jordan.
I was just talking how like Patrick Ewing was in it, though. It was kind of...
Yeah. So that's... Space Jam is a great answer. That I feel like...
That's one.
Well, 96, that was our reintroduction to Michael Jordan. And I'm sorry, Dan Beebe, I'm cutting you off. What are you saying?
I wouldn't say it was just them, Dad. I mean, I like Patrick Ewing, too, because then that's why I want to buy a Knicks jersey.
Yeah, Patrick Ewing was in it. But no one ever, when you say Space Jam, thinks of Patrick Ewing or Charles Barkley. You think LeBron James, or sorry, not LeBron James, Michael Jordan, and now LeBron James because the rumors of Space Jam 2. You think Michael Jordan, you think Bugs Bunny. But no, Space Jam is a great answer for this question because he, like I said, for a lot of us, that was his reintroduction to us. And it was a fun movie when you're a kid. Not so great now, but it was fun.
Like when you begged your parents to watch it 8 times in one day.
Yeah. Yep. All right, guys. We're almost done. We got This Week in Sports History, which this time we got from sportingnews.com, not from On This Day. On June 3rd,
Blasphemy.
I know, but onthisday.com didn't have anything this week for Michael Jordan, but Sporting News did. On June 3rd, 1992, Michael Jordan's iconic shrug game led the Chicago Bulls to a comfortable 122-89 Game 1 win against the Portland Trail Blazers in the NBA Finals. En route to his game-high 39 points, Jordan set an NBA Finals record for points scored in a half, 35, and three-pointers made in one half, 6. After the 6th three-pointer, he turned to the midcourt TV camera and shrugged as if to say, I guess everything's going in. All right. So,
very poignant.
Next week, we're going to take this discussion a step further. We're going to talk about the greatest of all time in other sports. We're going to talk about golf, hockey, baseball, football, basketball. We're going to talk about all of it.
NASCAR.
There is no, not NASCAR.
Dale Earnhardt.
You guys are better drivers than them. You follow speed limit laws. So we're going to hold off on the NASCAR. Guys, thank you all for listening. It's been a lot of fun. Make sure you check us out on Twitter. We are at Dan D'Antoni. On Facebook, we are Dan D'Antoni Sports. You can send us an email. We are dandantonisports@gmail.com. So for Dan, Tony, Dan, have a good night.